Welcome to Kermode Uncut. Very pleased to be joined by Greg Proops. Greg, thank you for coming on the programme. We're backstage at the Soho Theatre where you're about to do a show, but I wanted to grab you because you do a film club that I've heard lots about. Tell us about it. What is it? How does it work?
It's a once-a-month affair at the Cine Family in Los Angeles, although we've done it in a film house in Edinburgh and somewhere else that I can't remember right now. We show one picture every month. You know, in Hollywood, everything's about the newest, latest action picture or superhero movie, so we try to take you all back and show black and white films. We lean heavily on the 70s,
Great.
And Jennifer, my wife, does a lot of the programming. She generally picks them and then I sign off on them. The ones that I picked, you can tell, because I picked Lifeboat and The Big Sleep. But with her, she picked Coffee, What's Up Doc, Annie Hall, and last month we showed Life and Times of Harvey Milk, the documentary, the one that won the Oscar. So we try to mix it up a little bit. Next month is Clueless, which sounds like it's a silly thing for a film club to show.
It was a great film.
It's one, it's a really clever film, and two, it's a classic by standards of today. And also, it has a great script. Amy Heckerling did a really wonderful job with the picture. And of course, everyone's a star that was in it now. They all have their own film careers.
And how do you do it? You do an introduction and then you have a discussion with the audience about it?
That's right. I boldly show pictures that I had nothing to do with and that I have no part in making or producing or any decision-making process. I spiel before the movie for about half an hour. I tell jokes and talk about the neighborhood we're in and talk about my movie-going experiences and that. And then a little bit about the movie sometimes.
Yeah.
And then we show the picture, and then afterward we do a little Q&A where really I let the audience talk about what they thought about the picture. And we only have two criterion. The movie has to be awesome and short. So I'm never going to show 2001. Lawrence of Arabia is one of my favorite movies. I'm never showing that.
So most of Quentin Tarantino's films are completely off the bill.
The only one we could show.
Reservoir Dogs.
Right. We could show Reservoir Dogs because that's 89 or 92?
93.
Every once in a while we show a 2-hour movie. Sideways we showed, which is 2 hours full. But Sideways clips right along. It is a very punchy, funny, hilarious, well-drawn comedy.
Can I make a suggestion? Have you shown Paul Thomas Anderson's Punch Drunk Love, his shortest and best film?
No, we have not shown that one, but I would never show Magnolia because Magnolia is too long.
Yeah, it's 3 hours. Yeah, Punch Drunk Love, however, I mean Adam Sandler, but it's 85 minutes and it's perfect.
You know another one that he did early on that I really enjoyed? Hard Eight. Even though Gwyneth's in it, I love the picture. Philip Baker Hall's just tremendous in that movie.
Yeah. No.
And so is John C. Reilly.
And do you do it because you love films or because you like the idea of talking to people about films? What's the principle behind it?
It's funny. I was going there. My good buddy Doug Benson does a podcast every week called the Doug Loves Movies. Yeah. And then every once in a while he'll show a movie and they talk over it. And it's called the Doug Benson and Movie Interruption. So they show a picture like we did, what's the M. Night Shyamalan, The Happening.
Oh, yeah,
with Mark Wahlberg and Zooey Deschanel. And so, of course, it's hilarious. They give you mics, we sit in the front row, and we talk over the movie. And the worse the movie, the better the, hilariously, we did The Lone Ranger with Johnny Depp.
Oh, wow. Well, that's
Hammer.
like 3 hours long.
One, it was way too long. Two, it's so bad that no amount of comedians talking over it made it good. You know what I mean? Like, after 2 hours, we all lost the will to live. So there was long stretches where there was no talking, and it's like, this defeats the whole purpose of this. We're supposed to be chatting over the movie. It might have been one of the worst movies I've ever seen. That's why I started. So they asked me to show a picture, so we did. And then Jennifer was like, why are we doing this? And then, of course, she took over the programming.
Yeah.
First she was skeptical, and now she picks all the movies.
Is there any part of you that feels that actually what you're doing is educational? Showing movies that people wouldn't perhaps have watched? I mean, you're playing films that you love, but there is something slightly evangelical about it.
Yes, absolutely. As you know, you and I, you particularly live your life in the film world as a monk does in the monastery. It's your church. For me, it's just a sideline because I love the pictures, but I'd never want to show current movies because I feel everyone has access to current movies, and they don't need the hype, quite frankly. Yeah. So I'll show Preston Sturges or Howard Hawks because the world needs curation. And in order to sort out film for people, you've got to curate it and go, this is the movie we're showing and this is why we're showing it. And a lot of people, I'm sure you're aware, especially if they're under a certain age, might have never seen a black and white movie or gone to a theater and seen a black and white movie.
Which is terrifying.
Right. And then you'll show, like we showed 2 Preston Sturges movies last year. We showed Palm Beach Story and Lady Eve. And to see a picture from the 40s in black and white with a crowd of young people in Los Angeles and listen to them howl with laughter is really the best part. One of the movies that got the biggest laughs of anything we've ever shown was Pillow Talk with Doris Day.
Oh, wow.
Right, Doris Day and Rock Hudson. It plays still. It's funny still. It's a sex comedy with no sex in it.
Yep.
And people were literally screaming and crying. And every screening, I look back and I watch the audience for a while because I want to see what they're doing.
So you have done some of these here. You've done some in Edinburgh.
Yeah.
You have talked about you are looking for other venues to play, right?
We'd love to do one in London. We haven't done one in London yet. And I'm sure we did one somewhere else, but I can't remember because my memory is completely destroyed by drink. And so I think it's a fun thing to do. In Scotland, we showed Bullet and Young Frankenstein.
Oh, wow.
And Bullet really plays. Like, Bullet is a great name.
Yeah, and Young Frankenstein is still one. I mean, the scene when they do Putting on the Ritz from Young Frankenstein is one of the top 10
Howls.
funniest things
Howls.
ever. Well, look, I really hope you do it here. You'll pack it out in no time. Please come back and do it.
Thanks, pal.
Thank you.
Appreciate it.